Hello everyone and welcome to the RNG University. On tonight's episode, AZ Club. So another Azorius Control deck but with a twist. Last week I played the Mindsplice Apparatus in sort of a combo deck and it did not work well. We got royally, lack of a better term, boned by the shuffler. So what we're going to do this time is to play in a more controlled shell and a slower matchup or slower sort of play style. So this deck is full on control with a lot of even cycling the graveyard kind of ability, but it does have the Mindsplice Apparatus so that we can make our spell cost less. And we still fit in a bunch of X spells just so that we can have that good reduction sort of goodness in the whole play style. Alright, so let's look at the deck list. Of course, we have 3 March of Otherworldly Light and 4 Syncopate. Those are X spells for removal / counter. It could be used before we got our Mindsplice down, but if Mindsplice is down, this works a lot better. Also, we have another set of X spell in the Twilights. The 2 White Sun Twilight and 1 Blue Sun's Twilight. Now, they're in the deck because obviously they're very good X spells that has a big sort of swing if X is 5 or higher, which if we can reduce that with Mindsplice, makes it so it's 2-drop to blow up the board in White Sun Zenith, or 2-drop to gain control of a permanent, or a creature in this case, and also copy it. So that's pretty good, but I don't have that many in the deck, so that's only... One is because I don't have that many in my collection, but 2, also, I don't think they're that good to run a bunch of. If your opponent's not playing any creatures, this card is completely worthless. If your opponent is not playing an aggro deck, this White Sun is probably not going to work out that well either. So that's kind of the reason why. Of course, we also have 3 Silver Scrutiny. This card is insanely good because, well, we can draw 3 cards on our opponent's turn with the cost of 2 mana if we have Mindsplice out, or we can draw like 15 cards on our turn with the Mindsplice, with a bunch of oil counter on the Mindsplice, and that's kind of the play style. Now, in order to get to the goodness of the Mindsplice Apparatus, we have a lot of control spells. We have 2 Faithful Absence, 2 Soul Partition. These are removal, but Soul Partition can also double as a protection spell for one of our permanents. We also have 2 Experimental Augury for filtering, control, or not filtering, control, but filtering, card draw, and proliferate. Proliferate does also hit the Mindsplice, so it helps a little bit, but unlike the last deck, we're not going to run 4 off because, well, we're a little bit slower, and I don't expect the proliferate to really hit off or have any big effect. Alright, and then we have 4 Union of the Third Path. We need that to gain life. And then 2 Witness the Future. This is what I was talking about cycling back the graveyard. Now, I thought about running the Devious Cover-Up instead of Witness the Future, but for now, this is what's going to do. And then if it doesn't work out that well, I may cut these for the Devious Cover-Up so that we have counter magic rather than just shuffle and cycle. But this card, with the Mindsplice Apparatus will cost 1, and then we can then pay 1 to shuffle 4, and then look at the top 4 to draw a card. That's actually a very, very good sort of mana advantage. Alright, and then, of course, Depopulate, 2 off to clear aggro decks for Mindsplice because we need to really draw it. Otherwise, this deck is not going to go off that well. And then, instead of all the other Planeswalkers and crazy Teferi, Shuffler, all of that, we have the big Teferi, the big Papa Teferi, Teferi Temporal Pilgrim. The great part about this little guy is his passive. Whenever I draw a card, put a loyalty counter on Teferi. Well, guess what? Teferi plus Mindsplice plus Silver Scrutiny means that he's going to come in with like 500 loyalty. That's insane. That's really good. So that's why Teferi is in the deck. That's why it's this Teferi instead of the blue-white Teferi. I think that works a little bit better. And then, of course, we have 2 Farewells for removing Artifact, removing Enchantment, removing Graveyards, and be a little bit careful because if we remove Graveyard, we're going to lose our Witness the Future synergy. So that's something always to be considered, but hey, you know what? We're not really considering the deck, so we don't have to think about it. And then the land base, of course, we have 26 lands, I believe it's 26. 25, sorry. I think I cut 1 land out just to kind of fit in all the X cards. But yeah, 25 lands. We have 1 Eiganjo, 4 Plains, 1 Otawara, 4 Islands, 4 Dark Waste, 4 Deserted Beach, 4 Tranquil Grove, And I only have one Seachrome Coast, so it's only one off. And then, of course, 2 Monumental Facade, only really there for Mindsplice, right? So that's it's not a big deal. If you have more than 2, I would suggest not running more than 2, though, because we do have 2 colors in the deck, and we don't want too many colorless lands. And this card is only good if our Mindsplice is out, but it also gets proliferated, so that's something. And that's kind of the whole deck. Alright, so that's the deck list. Let's go and try out the deck. I love Control, but of course, every time I play Control, I don't have that good of a track record with both my play style and also luck. So let's hope that today we have better luck. And I do really want this deck to work well, because Mindsplice Apparatus is a very, very fun spell. We're playing against GHD, so it's like PhD, but he's got a G instead. We get to go first. That's new. Alright, we got 2 Unions and a Syncopate, so we're gonna keep. We're mono blue now. Please don't be the poison deck. Okay, soldiers. It is what it is. Probably Syncopate something. If it's Thalia, we're gonna Syncopate it. We'll Syncopate this too. Autopay. That card's too scary. Pass turn. Thalia is really scary for our deck, but you know what? It is what it is. Nothing? It's waiting for a counterspell. Alright, nothing means I get to draw a card. Unless he wants to counter Union. Hey, I'm okay if he wants to counter Union. You know, I still have my land drop, and he'll tap himself out. Resolute Reinforcement. Wow. That's... what? Okay, well, we could depopulate on 1 creature. I don't think that's worth it. Valiant Veteran. Anything else? Harbin. Well, let's see if he attacks. I mean, of course he's going to attack. And now I'm going to gain life. Okay, I got my land drop, which is good for next turn. Guess we'll do it. Tap for a mana. Take an extra damage. Depopulate. Not enough white. 5 mana. Miro. Seachrome Coast. Just gonna come in and do nothing. I can March Miro. Pay everything just to march it. Sky Strike Officer. Valiant Veteran. Alright, well I guess we're gonna now tap this. Colorless, I guess? And let's witness into the future a little bit. I think that's probably my best play. I do want the Depopulate again, and I do want March again? Union's pretty good though. Oh, it's 4, right? So I don't think Syncopate's ever really gonna hit again. Ooh, Depopulate. Good card to draw this turn. Gain 1 life. Let's just do it again, fill out my mana. And another Farewell. That's pretty good, right? I can Farewell into the Depopulate. That really stops our opponent. I do like the Mindsplice, but hey, you know what? I can go a little slower. Thalia, of course. I'm only attacking with 1 creature. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 7 mana, I can Farewell this board. I think that's fair, right? Do I want to take out the graveyard? He's got a Valiant Veteran here. I don't want to Farewell this board, honestly, because he's gonna draw a card. And I want to farewell when he has the other soldier dude out. So let's tap this for a mana, tap this for a colorless. And now we can depopulate the board. Still hold up Syncopate. It's gonna draw a card here. Yep. There is the veteran. Brutal Cathar on nothing? Mindsplice Apparatus. Can I take a lot of damage here this turn? I think I might be able to. And then I can Mindsplice his board. Right? I'm going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to take 6 damage. And I will have a Mindsplice out. That's pretty chill. I'll do it. It's okay to remove the one on this turn. I don't need to hold up an extra mana for Syncopate, because that is an extra mana for Syncopate. Recruitment Officer, nice. Play more cards. No, he's just gonna attack. He's not playing any more spells. Ooh, Union. That's pretty good. I get a free card draw, and then I can Farewell. Farewell costs 4, right? I can make Farewell cost 3. I don't know if that's worth it this turn. I guess it is worth it. See, if I make Farewell cost 3, I can also make my Syncopate 3 less. That's the reason why I did it. So I can draw a card first, and then Farewell. 1, 2, 3. 3 Farewell, and I have 2. Yeah, it's fine. Union of the Third Path. Another Mindsplice. Okay, I don't need another one. I should hold up a white, huh? At least pretend I'm holding up a white. Let's see. Exile all creatures, and then all graveyard. Even my own graveyard. Yeah, he's got those soldiers. I don't want them to be doing stuff. He's gonna activate a recruitment officer. There it is. You got it. Now you have 2 cards to play. Sky Strike is pretty scary, but you know what? Coming down is getting countered. 3 mana. How much you pay 4? Auto pay. You got another creature to play? Valiant Veteran. Is that all 4? 1, 2, 4. Yeah. Shuffler's fine. Okay, so I'm going to tap this because it's completely worthless now to play the Temporal Pilgrim. Boom. And then we will make a 2/2 spare.
It's nice to see a familiar face.
I will let the Valiant Veteran think he can attack. Another land. Brutal Cathar. 1, 2, 3. Exile. Now you got a 2/2. You want to trade? If you don't trade, it's going to go badly for you. GG. Yeah, control deck is very good against these kind of aggro that does not burn. Also, that is kind of my playstyle, so I have sort of the game plan in mind starting the game. Game 1. Takes a lot longer to play these games, but at least when I'm not getting, you know, boned by the shuffler, it is a satisfying game when you finish. When you finish. That's fun. Alright, our next opponent is... Oh no, it's Memnarch! And he's 29 years old! Opponent goes first, unfortunately. And we don't have any card draw, and we only have 2 lands, so this is kind of scary. Do I want to keep this hand? No. Alright, this is a way worse hand. So let's put back a Teferi and play as though we got a good hand. It's black-white so far, and I'm pretty sure it's the black-white control deck. Because, oh, no. Mardu. Blood-type Harvester. That's interesting. Okay, now the question is, do we want a Faithful Absent and Bloodtide Harvester? We can just take the damage. It's not too much damage, and we have not really that many creatures. Mardu deck gets scary because our Mindsplice might just get abraded. Fable. Oh boy. We're gonna have to kill that. Can't let them ramp on us. Desert a beach. Guess we'll witness the future. Just put one card back. That's not fun. And Depopulate is pretty good. We're gonna need that for when that board gets scarier. If our opponent has a Braid, I think we just lose. Of course we go second, right? If we went first, everything would have been on our advantage. And they're tossing the good cards they don't need against us. Those are the correct plays. I don't know what he's thinking of. We're tapped out. It's not like I have Force of Will in the deck. Down to 5 or 15. Bank Buster. Well, he tapped his red, which is kind of funny. I always forget that the Mindsplice is an instant. Alright, we're looking to hold up the Wandering Emperor here. See if he attacks. He does attack. Coming into an Emperor. Going to 12. See if he pops my Mindsplice Apparatus. I would like him not to, but I'm not gonna be able to stop him. Right? Yeah. Nothing I can do about it. Oh, hey. No Braid? And a Syncopate. Interesting. So, let's blow up the board. He gets a card. It's annoying, but it is what it is. We can drop one card with the Silver Scrutiny. You sure you want to do that? You have a... whatever. Some people are weird, you know? 6 mana. Play a big thing. No, come on, that's not a big thing. I can't even counter it. Counter unless you pay 2. Too much tempo. You get the 1/1, I get 2, and I get a Teferi. Well, I don't know if he's going to attack Teferi. This is going to be 5, right? He can't crew it this turn, so... yeah, I think it's fine. Although I don't like it. Teferi going out there just to get killed like that.
Fast as a puzzle. Now that is an interesting fact.
I'm going to draw a card and gain a life. Or I can Scrutiny and then draw a bunch of cards. Depending on if he kills Teferi or not. I showed the Syncopate, so... oh, okay. I guess he's gonna kill Teferi. Resolve. Resolve. Teferi's a 1.
Not backing down.
He's gonna crew and attack Teferi for 4. Let's see here. He has to both attack Teferi in order to kill it. If he doesn't... ah, see, you didn't do it. Pass to blocker first, and into damage.
Back off.
Not dead!
Trying to be discreet.
Sucker! Should have been a little bit more careful on that. So let's proliferate. What can I get? A Syncopate? How good is a Syncopate next turn? Guess it's better than nothing. I'll power this up, power that up. Okay, so do I want to make a 2/2 that's super big that just gets removed? Or do I want to draw a card? Because I'm not... Yeah, I'm not going to ultimate this turn. Another Mindsplice is pretty cool. So we'll hold up 2 mana, meaning I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 mana, so I can draw 5 cards. Oh boy, look at that. And then we can play the Dark Card Waste. And we will... No, we'll hold it up for March. This will be fun. We got a counter list you pay 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Got a counter list they pay 5 then. Right? I can Augury. And then counter unless they pay 5. Or I can just play this and counter unless they pay 5. Wait, what? No! Oh, whatever. They don't have 5. They don't have 5. They can draw a card. That doesn't give them extra mana. They can also tap the Bank Buster, but it also doesn't give them mana. It actually lose them a mana that way. So we're all good. Fable of the Mirror Breaker. That's fine. Interesting. He really wants to kill Teferi. I'm just gonna Faithful Absence the or I can March it. Well, let's wait for the attack first. Both on Teferi, huh? Ow. Gone.
Not backing down.
This is fun. Teferi is so strong. Okay, let's experimental Augury first. Maybe we get a good card. Ooh, Scrutiny. That's a good card. 6. Put this out. Gain 1 life. And then we can destroy all creatures. 5. No, let's make it 6. We gain 6 life. Right? When we hold up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's fine. Let's draw another card. The fairy's on 9.
There is much the past can teach us.
You have 1 mana. It's basically nothing to us. Alright. Very heavy control. Slower starts, but we got 6/1/1 mites. Our opponent has to do something about it. Tossing away their only creatures, and then their face is gonna explode. Or only removal. Yep. Not gonna help them. Should have made it 2/2, honestly. Because next turn the Scrutiny is gonna make us a big thing. Bloodtide Harvester is fine. What are they gonna do? They got 2 mana, and they targeted my Teferi for something. Draw a card, okay. Pitch the land. They have 33 cards left. So I'm gonna Mindsplice. And their face below. Yep, GG. Alright, I don't think I have enough time for another game, but it does show how strong this deck is, right? We don't have a very strong early game, and I really, honestly, every game I played, in the early game, I feel like I was about to lose. But, oh, the mid to late game is so embarrassingly strong. It's absolutely amazing. I don't know why this Teferi is in the an art style, it should be this Teferi. But yeah, this deck is crazy. The Teferi is so strong with Silver Scrutiny once we get a bunch of Mindsplice out. And you saw how that combo worked, right? This combo 1,000 times better than the Is It combo. Is that combo cheating? No, this combo is cheating. This card is so good once protected, and your opponent, if they don't really see it coming, these things are gonna blow out of control. There's almost nothing they can do to stop it. It's Silver Scrutiny with 5 or 6 apparatus, 5 or 6 oil counter on the apparatus is 2 mana draw 5. That's crazy. And 2 mana draw 5 also puts 5 loyalty counter on Teferi. Well, guess what? Now they can't kill Teferi because every turn he's getting like 5 or 6 counters on the low end. That if our opponent didn't quit that turn, we would have gotten like 12 loyalty counters in one spell. Not even the Teferi's activated ability. I can get 12 and then I can just minus 12. Our opponent would have been royally screwed that turn if they didn't quit, because there's nothing to stop it, right? And then we would have had a 6/1/1 Mites that just attacks our opponent for poison, and then they would have just died. This deck is insanely good. I think this is going to be one of the top tier metas once people figure out how to play it, and there's still some fine-tuning to be done. Obviously, when it's a future, it's a strong card, but not that crazy, right? It's a sorcery. Union is crazy. It's an instant, we draw a card. Oh, so much things going on that game. And then Mindsplice, I'm not really sure if 4 off in the deck is absolutely right. But honestly, we really needed to draw them. So that's the problem, right? If you have 2, it's not coming into your hand. If you have 1, somehow the shuffle will always put in your hand. Maybe you can abuse that. But you really need to have them on the board for this deck to really shine. Otherwise, it's normal blue-eye control, and normal blue-eye control is just okay. It's just fine. But with the apparatus, it's overbearing, overwhelming good. So that's what I got for you today. Let me know if you like this deck. Honestly, I feel like it's very strong, and I feel like it's fun to play in the meta because it's controlling. It's not, super aggro. It's not abusing the poison. We do poison our opponent for the win con from the Mites, but come on. If you kill your opponent from the Mites generated by a White Sun Zenith, or White Sun Twilight, actually, you deserve the win, right? That's my opinion. All right, that's what I got for you today. Thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you guys next time.